I hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. What an amazing trading day on Friday for the markets. Great trend down, nice reversal, nice trend back up, a lot of clear signals. We did have some false breakouts to the upside, but overall, a very good day. Made good money on the way down, made good money on the way back up at the end of the day. So this week we do have some retail names coming out for earnings. Our biggest thing this week is going to be Jay Powell at 11 o'clock on Friday. So we have a lot of Fed speakers this week. So this is not a big deal for on Friday. Normally, I wouldn't really. This wouldn't really be on my radar. I mean, we're always watching Powell when Powell speaks, but I wouldn't be as concerned. But we do have another meeting about the debt ceiling on Friday. With Powell in Congress. I believe that's when it was the second meeting was scheduled for. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming at Powell with a lot of questions. There's also a lot of Fed speakers this week. So we have 4 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday. We got a break on Wednesday. There's 3 more speaking scheduled on Thursday. Then there's obviously Powell on Friday with 2 more as well scheduled on Friday. So that's going to be our biggest thing. Then we got names like Baba, Walmart, Home Depot coming out for earnings this week. All this stuff will be posted as always into the Discord. So let's get going over some charts here. Anybody who bought UUP on this dollar breakout, congratulations. Goodbye there. So dollar breaking out has moved above the 50-day. On Friday, you can see VIX here chopping in this little very tight wedge. You can almost get a diamond out of this very tight little contraction pattern there that we're just chopping around in, respecting them levels well. So if the VIX does take off, we can expect a push up here to our top trend line, then most likely a pullback. Well, as always, we have the VIX on the radar, helps us, get a gauge on volatility throughout the day. So you can see crude here. Got this very nice reversal. We talked about this candle here in a short, and then it gave us another nice move up, but we ran right into this trend line, and it was like a brick wall, rejected there, moving lower. You can see Apple. Apple's a really nice pattern here, waiting on the 9 to catch up, which did on Friday. We actually touched the 9, pushed back up, give us a little hammer candle off the 9. It's a low close hammer candle, and it's in an uptrend, so it's not a lot of bullishness in that hammer candle or anything like that. But we do have this nice little contraction pattern. These candles are all trading within this original candle here. So very nice contraction pattern over to the 9. See if we can catch a breakout on that this week. I mean, the market really feels like it needs to pull back, kind of take a breather, and then push back up and go back at these levels. But certain names like Apple, who have just run, as long as they keep giving us opportunities, we're still going to trade those opportunities. So you can see Apple intraday, very nice move down. This was a beautiful move down, very nice reversal back to the upside. Very large trading day there. Friday was a great day. A gold chopping around, not much happening there. So we got our advanced decline lines. Advanced decline lines are chopping. They're drifting lower, but they don't have a lot of force to them, and we can see that in the market. The market's pretty much stuck here. AMC's been moving lower as well. That 50 days trying to offer support there. I don't know if that'll hold. It's worth keeping an eye on. AMC intraday moving lower on Friday. Just kind of moving with the markets. Actually, even though it moved lower, it showed relative strength versus a lot of these other stocks. You can see AMD here, nice move down. That provided some really good opportunities for some of our trading members on Friday. Congratulations. Amazon's got this bullish engulfing candle here. Had a decent little push up. As you can see, it's been on a grind. Had a decent little push up. So we want to keep an eye on Amazon this week. We could flag back into that daily 9. We're going to look at the weekly chart here in a minute on that one. ARK, we got a very nice reversal off the support. Come up here, hit the 200 like a wall, moving back lower with a bearish engulfing candle. See how that plays out tomorrow. AMD looking tired up here. Had the shooting star candle. We were expecting a pullback, and we're getting that. AMD weekly, nice break back above that weekly 9 and closed. They give quite a bit of that candle back on Friday or towards the end of the week, but we're still able to close a high close candle and a back above moving averages. Affirm, you can see a topping candle here as well. Looks like it needs to pull back into the 9. And you can see Affirm here. It's been choppy the last 3 days, especially on Friday. Not a whole lot of movement there. Amazon drifting lower. You can see we actually push back up off of this weekly 200 and then crash right back through. We never took out your 15-minute short-term moving averages. There was no reason to go for a trade just because we seen a slight sign there. We didn't take out our moving averages. There's no need to try to catch that trade. And you can see Amazon here on the weekly chart. So we did close. We got this very rough, very non-textbook inverted head and shoulders down here. We have broken out of that, trying to push higher. We have closed above this downtrend. Can we open up tomorrow and remain above this downtrend? Apple on the weekly give us a bullish Harami star on the weekly. So that's actually a bullish pattern there. See if we can see some more upside. Boeing's been respecting this downtrend here to the downside. We've pushed back up into it. If we can break below this 9, I'll be looking for a move down. But if we can take this downtrend out, I want to see it up above this 50. If it'll take that downtrend out, I'll have enough discipline and patience to wait for it to get above that 50. So it's got room for me to make money, and I'll be looking for a move to the long side. Bitcoin weekly, you can see we have closed back below our weekly 9, holding that weekly 200 for support. A symmetrical triangle break here to the downside. This was the short example that we just put out, just in case you were wondering. It was the Bitcoin. You can see the false breakout to the upside. The MACD never given entrance there. We end up coming back down, cleared our moving averages, our daily moving averages, and moved lower. It was a really nice setup for that, and the entry I talked about in this short video. Boeing moving lower, which would have been a short play. Don't get me wrong, it's not long, but it's a short play. But it gives you the entry of how to trade the symmetrical triangle and how not to get caught up in the busted pattern side, and to be able to not take the bad trade on the bad side, to be able to make money with the good side. CVX moving lower. Remember, we had these crowns here. We didn't draw it on this one, but on Exxon, XLE, we had those little crowns there, little small head and shoulders topping patterns, and energy has moved lower big time from those. So you got ChargePoint almost pulled this chart off. Target was hit. That was a long grind down. Normally we would see more power than that. But right now we also have a large bearish candle here testing this support. If we can close below this, very bullish, bearish little rounded top there. If we can get below that, we're looking for a move down. Watch your support level. Coin bearish engulfing on Friday, or it's not actual bearish engulfing candle. That is a strong bearish candle though. As long as it's above those moving averages, not really willing to trade it. If it breaks below those moving averages, I'll look for some place to the downside. If it gets back above all of them, I'll look for some place to the upside. So XLC, the communication sector, still trading in this very nice head and shoulders pattern, inverted head and shoulders pattern. You can see the volume profile here. If we can clear this level, we can see a move up. Not a big, Meta's in the communication sector, so there is some names in there, but there's a lot of names in there that I really don't trade. My biggest reason for watching this right now is I'm watching for rotations, so we could be seeing some money. The biggest worry is names coming out of the names that have been carrying the market. We need some more participation, so we're just looking for rotations. That's all. Just want to keep an eye on the communication sector. XLP breaking back out. On Friday, we broke the downtrend, trying to push higher, back above the moving averages. See if we can get a change in character in this MACD. RSI is trying to heat back up. Volume wasn't really there on Friday for the breakout, but we did see expanding volume the day before. So hopefully they exhausted the sellers, and so maybe we can start to see a move up. So XLP is kind of important with it breaking out this week, coming into some retail names that will be presenting earnings this week. So we definitely want to keep an eye there. DraftKings is back into your 9. Every time we get here, we break a little below it and pop back up, a little below it and pop back up. These are patterns we're looking for. Now, this could change this time. Maybe it doesn't break below it, or it breaks below and crashes all the way down. But so we don't just look for patterns in the price action. We look for patterns in the market, patterns in the price analysis. What is the market doing? I mean, it could be something simple as gapping up for the third day in a row, or filling a gap. Just a little patterns that you see in the market can really help you make money. So see how DraftKings trade this week. Lily. So Lily had this long flag trying to break up out of it. Not a lot of power there the last 2 trading days. Just keep an eye on that one. So XLE, this is a little crown pattern. It even come back up and tested the shoulder, your short-term moving average breaking down. So a nice move on such a small pattern. Google, this head and shoulders never worked out. The AI news catapulted Google. Still holding in very well there. Definitely keep an eye on that one. If the market snatches hard, that could be some short opportunities there. Goldman Sachs pointing this out because it's got this little H cell pattern here. It looks like a lowercase h. It's not perfect. Trying to break down below. See how we act on this flag. See if we can get a move down below. IWM trading sideways after hours, pretty tight there. You can see the nice move down, recovery, traded just like a lot of other stocks in the market. We had a huge move down, then we had a very, very, very nice recovery at the end of the day. Q's still one of the best looking charts out here. It is pushing up where the SPY is stuck. The Q's has been steady, trying to climb higher here. Friday we did pull back and have a low close candle. So let's see what we get. Still comfortably above the daily 9. The daily 20 is a much better looking chart than the SPY right now, and the Nasdaq is a much better looking chart than the SPX right now. Q's, nice push up, same move down, big move down, had this false breakout. We did confirm above that 15-minute 9, slam back down. That one never confirmed above your 15-minute 9. This one did, and got a nice trend catalyst, trend break there at the end of the day. So did a video this weekend to show you how you could have traded this on the way down, and then got our reversal signals to the side, for a reversal for a move to the upside. Q's weekly, still pushing up out of that weekly flag, still a stronger chart than the SPY right now. JP Morgan, once again, a very ugly chart here, and this I need to be below this 50 to even be interested. If you get below that 50, look for a test of this gap, and then look for a gap fill. But you can see right here, your H cell pattern is a very rough looking chart right there. Las Vegas Sands, we talked about this kind of shoulder, head, said we just needed a bull flag. Kind of give us one, not perfect. Either way, we're breaking lower. Watch this gap. Gap's been filled below this gap support. So I want to be below this gap and look for a move down. I don't want to trade it until it gets below that gap. Lockheed Martin, we had a really nice move down. You had your 3 black crows, then you had the falling 3. Now we're flagging, trying to move lower. Chart will probably be coming off soon. And by the way, if there's any charts that you want us to look at or any patterns you want us to talk about, any strategies you want us to cover, just reach out, let us know in the comment section, and we will definitely add the charts or get some information out on the patterns for you. Moderna is very H cell pattern down here as well. This is not perfect. I like to see a stronger move down and not like this was a move down, don't get me wrong, but I like to see a steep move down for the H cell pattern. But you do got this little rounded top here, and it is trying to move lower. That chart will probably be coming off soon as well. Mara, back to this support level with a bullish Harami at the 50. You can see this previous support. You can see the daily 50. Bearish engulfing, bullish Harami. See where that candle opens tomorrow. Bullish Harami has been one of our top reversal signals in this market right now. So, just watching the market and seeing what works. And right now, bullish Haramis have been working. They have been working for a while. And right now, it's honestly this pattern I'm making the most of my money with is trading bullish or bearish Haramis. MRK trying to grind higher. We lost that daily 9 on Friday. Meta still struggling with this daily 9 as well. Still got a gap there. You can see Meta here on your intraday chart. Nice push on Thursday, roll back over and move down on Friday. Did recover at the end of the day. Did not trade as strong to the downside as some other stocks did, and did not trade as strong back to the upside as some other stocks did, like the SPY and the Qs. Microsoft, nice push here. Keep in mind, if volume's important. If you're trading assets with no volume, especially with options, please consider something that has a lot of options liquidity, stuff like the SPY. You see Microsoft here chopping sideways on that 9, still holding that gap, the earnings move. Very rough move down here on Microsoft. You can see a nice strong move to the upside. You could have drawn a little channel wedge here, a little wedge there, and breaking out of that to the upside. Microsoft weekly, so we had a bullish Harami last week. This week we had a bearish Harami star. Getting a little tired up there. NVIDIA struggling we did push up here and put in a new recent high. Now we're starting to struggle. We lost a 9. Keep an eye on it. I would not want to be the first one in that chart to short it until we get some clear signals it's ready to pull back. You can see the intraday here. You actually see the higher low pushing up out of that move. And you can see the weekly chart of NVIDIA as well. We also have a bearish Harami there. So once again, a couple of charts showing that NVIDIA could use a slight pullback. Wait for the proper signals before shorting that name, please. NASDAQ was able to gap up on Friday, try to push and then pull back. Chart still looks much better than the SPY. So you can see Netflix here, this little cupish, handle-ish, or you can get a 1, 2, 3 reversal, pivot point 1, pivot point 2, pivot point 3. Your entry is above pivot point 2, which is above that red wick on that candle. So we're looking for a bullish move on Netflix, but it's got to confirm above that candle. Then we're looking for a move up. Peloton has been nosediving after breaking out of that, and this is a falling wedge. This should have been a bullish continuation pattern. In this case, it was a busted pattern, broke to the downside. That's why we did that short. We're going to do more stuff like that because there is ways to make money with busted patterns. QQQs, nice push up over top of your 20 weekly. Robolex, we have this gap up here if it wants to go for it. This chart has a very nice MACD. Bands are squeezing in. Nice move this week, giving some of it back. Roku breaking back below the support level. Looking for a move down off of that one. SPX daily, very tight action there. We're going to look at the SPY. The diamond, tight action in here as well. This is the diamond on the daily. You can see the diamond on the weekly, still holding the weekly 9 and 20. Got that trend line above us. The SPY flagging. So we have a weekly flag back into a short-term moving average. And if we like to use the 9, so we're flagging back into our 9 here. We could see this could be what the market's waiting on. The market could be waiting here. We see this same setup. A lot of times we see the chart holding in on the 1, and we're waiting on a short-term moving average to catch up on the 5. This could be what the market's waiting on right now, is waiting for this 9 to catch up and push. But the market is at a critical level. We can only play around here so long before we pull back. I don't think we're going to see a huge pullback as of right now, but I do think the market is stuck, and we're going to need some volume and a catalyst to break it up. And you can see here on the SPY, we did pull back again on Friday, and at the end of the day, they pushed it back up. So they've been selling. This is what I was talking about. You can find patterns. You can see where they've been selling the market and then buying it back at the end of the day, and just following that pattern, because it's what the market's been doing, has been making us money. It's trading is only as hard as we make it, guys. It really is. It's only as hard as we make it. And the emotional side of trading with the dopamines and all the psychology stuff, with all the chemicals running through the brains when you're anticipating taking a trade, how you multiple people. If we can get past all that, and the actual trading is very simple. We just make it very hard. SPY monthly, holding that monthly 20, barely. That candle's still not closed yet. It's another look at the SPY. We got to clear. This is a heavy level of resistance up here. We need a candle to get up there, confirm, close over that, then a candle to open up and push above that candle is exactly what we're looking for here. This is tradable until we get that move. It's just short-term trades only. We still getting some very nice intraday moves, and you can see that here. This was a huge move down, and it paid very, very nicely. Big money to the downside, and then had a nice reversal at the end of the day to provide even some more money on the day. And there were clear signals on this move down as well. You can see Square moving lower here. Salesforce CRM still grinding higher. Is a strong chart. We're probably going to pull that one off. Shop. So this move was an earnings move, gapped up, moving on, expanding volume. You can see the volume lessening as we move higher. And here on the pullback, you can see the volume even getting weaker. So we're seeing less volume coming on the pullback. That's what you want to see. You like seeing volumes on your move up, and then you want to see less volume on your pullbacks. That's just a sign of strength. MACD's changing character. This is one to watch. See how it acts off that daily 9. May need another day or two to set up. Tesla, huge move down on Friday. We've seen crazy bullish flow coming in on the Tesla news with a new CEO. Everybody thought it was going to go to the moon, and they sold it. So you can see XLK, even Wells Fargo come out and said that they thought that Tesla would be gaining about $15 per share. You can see XLK trading on that daily 9. Tesla on the weekly, we have pushed back into our double top pattern. Could be getting a flag for a move lower. You can see Tesla here on the daily. You can see this bearish engulfing candle where we gapped up and then slammed back down right into your daily moving averages. So we could get a bounce off them daily moving averages tomorrow. It's worth watching. Uber still holding in very well. Earnings move, moving on, expanding volume, flagging into your 9. See how we act off the 9. Could be an easy money chart if it breaks off that 9. Walmart trading very well here. That's been grinding up, looks so much better than a lot of other charts. So we do have retail reporting this weekend. Just keep an eye on these names, or reporting this week. XLF trading in this little channel down here. See if we can get a rejection. Maybe we can get a move to the bottom of the channel. ExxonMobil, this is a better, not perfect, but you can see the sharp move down, kind of H-cell pattern this year, trying to move lower. Bonds still chopping in the same area. Very tight range there, trading range. IWM, still possible H-cell pattern here on the weekly. Hopefully that does not play out. And IWM daily. So we did close back below that daily 9. See where we open tomorrow. Another chart, very choppy, trading sideways. Need to see some momentum coming in these charts. So let's go and look at the put to call ratio is 92. So we're still in the neutral zone. Our oscillators are 38 for the NASDAQ, 89 for the New York Stock Exchange. So we're seeing weakness coming into the market there. Plenty of room to move in either direction. This is SPX weekly, kind of bull flagging into that weekly 9. We need to keep an eye on that. And our breath chart moving lower. So we got that nice move up, but we never really got any other continuation on that move, and we're breaking back down. So just a false push there. Not a whole lot of momentum behind it. And then TNX, you can see bonds have been doing some serious chopping. Yields have still been trying to drift lower, letting us know the interest rates are still bleeding in. I hope we find this helpful, and I will see you in the trading room.